Utah has been accepted into the Big 12.
Let's go.
And there should be, according to our sources, there should be an announcement. Hopefully today or tomorrow at the latest. It looks like the formatics have been worked out for Utah. I just asked that this person just called me, who is a source at Utah that I trust explicitly. They had no information about Arizona State. So I don't know, and I cannot confirm.
Dude.
But I am told by sources at Utah that Utah has been extended an invitation, which they have accepted. Utah will join the Big 12.
Hell yeah.
I think this is a huge move. I think this is a move that certainly I think is going to catch certain people by surprise. I think this is exactly what Utah deserves. I think Utah is a quality program. I think Utah has, and I was just told by my source at Utah that they have never wavered. This person that called me specifically mentioned a tweet I put out this morning that said Utah has not wavered since Colorado made their stance clear to their membership in the conference. Utah has not wavered. And this person said to me, thank you for doing that, because that's exactly the truth. We have never wavered since it became clear the Pac-12 was melting down. And what does that confirm for us? 2 weeks ago, as we told you, when Rick George stormed out of Pac-12 football media day, the conference was dead.
Mm-hmm.
That moment, the conference was dead.
Yeah, and so that's why I was saying, like, you know, when you knew the structure of the Apple deal and you saw what Rick George did and Colorado announced what Colorado announced when they were leaving, like, you could see the writing on the wall. So, again, the point remains, hey, if you want to have, like, and we're talking about this because commenter guy over here is all pissed off with Utah, which I just don't understand. Like, I get it if you want to be frustrated, but ultimately our source is saying they're getting in. So the idea that they are unable or don't have information about Arizona State is quite fascinating to me, because I feel like that, you know, and again, I'm not speaking for them, but if you had an alliance with Arizona State, or if the two were working in conjunction, I would think that would be kind of the messaging. Hey, you know, with Arizona State, we're going to the Big 12. But that's not what we're being told. We're being told that Utah has been extended an invitation. They're going to accept that invitation. It should be announced, what did you say, tomorrow, I think you said? So,
they are pointing for us, and I'm sorry to be distracted. I'm texting with somebody. But it is, I was told by my source at Utah that we should expect to hear an official announcement Saturday. This goes to what we had been reporting.
Yeah.
That Brett Yormark doesn't want to keep going back, what was termed to us going back to the well.
Yeah.
He wants to make one more announcement, and that's it.
Yeah.
Now, I do not know about Arizona State. There are going to be 16 members. I do not know if it's Arizona State. This person at Utah who just called me told me that they have been fully engulfed in this situation and trying to get this process played out. So as we were just sitting here, my phone rang. It is a source I trust implicitly at Utah who said, hey, we are joining the Big 12. The official announcement will probably come tonight and more likely tomorrow in conjunction with Arizona, which confirms what we had also reported, that Arizona, there's going to be an announcement tomorrow for Arizona. But this person said we have been fully engulfed in the process. So I'm not saying it's not Arizona State. Don't misconstrue or conflate what I'm saying. All I'm saying is I don't have information that Arizona State's included in this. I only have information that Arizona and Utah are joining Colorado in the Big 12. Now, maybe it's conspicuous by its absence that Arizona State has not been added to this. And if somebody, and I see all my DMs are blowing up now, but if somebody wants to point that out, hey, and I'm wrong about that, knock yourself out. But I am certainly not saying by any stretch of the imagination that Arizona State's not in. I can only tell you a source at Utah just called me and told me that they are and said we have an official invite. It should be announced.
Yeah.
So I don't know about Arizona State. I can only tell you that Arizona State's a mess. It's
clearly, yeah.
It's very difficult to deal with them, but I think we're in this dark period. And it's so funny. I'm sorry to keep saying I told you so. We just said, 10 minutes ago? It's been dead. It's been very quiet.
Yeah, I think at a minimum, what I would say right now, without knowing what's going to happen to the Sun Devils, is since we know about Arizona and Utah, that would lead me to believe Arizona State's competing with another university, whether that's UConn or Oregon State, I don't know. But that would lead me to believe that there's a bit of competition here for this last spot, because I don't think the Big 12's going to, we know they're not going to 18. That's never been the conversation.
The Big 12 will not go to 18.
Yeah,
the Big 12 has our sources have told us 14 or 16, not 15. Now I wonder, and I have not been told this today.
Yeah.
Are you inviting Gonzaga as a basketball only or as a non-football member? Let's be really careful.
Yeah.
Gonzaga will not join unless you accept all of their sports. They do not have a football program. Do you add Gonzaga as your 16th and exclude Arizona State? I think it's possible. I don't think it's likely.
Yeah.
15 football programs is a ball buster.
That doesn't work. You would add Gonzaga as like you said, as a non-football member.
Correct.
So to me, I just don't think that I don't think Gonzaga has impact on Arizona State, Oregon State, or UConn. I don't think that Gonzaga, because they don't play football, it's a budget buy. It's a half-share team that you would add to bolster the basketball side of your conference, and also to help scheduling with non-revenue generating sports. That's what Gonzaga's value is. So when I look at this conference right now, I have to say, and again, 20 minutes ago we were talking about, hey, is there not credence, Brett Yormark, in looking at, hey, maybe Arizona State's not the answer. Utah's a quality program, right? We know Arizona's, been in addition to Colorado, but this Arizona State question mark really, to me, is fascinating. This is what I love about this conversation. Business philosophy around who you're going to add and who you're not, because I've always maintained Brett Yormark's only job here is do not misadd teams. Do not add trash teams to your conference. Don't add teams that run their schools poorly. Arizona State, in my personal experience, when we're talking about campus experience, the vibe, it's a great university. The folks running that university are not great, and that's the issue.
If you didn't hear our story about this yesterday, they announced a new naming rights partner for Sun Devil Stadium. It is Mountain America Credit Union. They had a big live event, all this other shit that was going down. On Twitter, they announced it. They had to turn off the comments because the comments were so negative. About 9 out of 10 comments were like, hey, we're never calling it that. It's always Sun Devil Stadium. Calling them idiots, saying this is stupid. Arizona State has no idea who they are and where they are.
Yeah.
They have no idea of their value position, which is the exact opposite of Utah, who is methodical, who are operators, who are process people, who understand the value that they bring and the value that their opponent brings, and they operate in the middle. Utah is an institution that is run by wildly intelligent business people.
Yes.
Mark Harlan, and I'll say it again, even though he refuses to come on this show, Mark Harlan's the best athletic director in the country.
Yep.
He's got one flaw, and that's men's basketball, and he will get that fixed. He's the best athletic director in the country. And I'm telling you, Taylor Randall, even though the conference is absolutely dead on arrival, the Pac-12 is over. Taylor Randall, the president at Utah, worked diligently to facilitate conversations, to facilitate processes, to facilitate a new TV deal. And through all of it, the minute he had to hit ejectocito, bro, the minute he had to go, what did he do? He went.
Facts.
Last Friday, when Rick George stormed out of Pac-12 Football Media Day, I told you on this very show it's over. I told you last Thursday that this was a abject failure with this Apple deal. We had the details first, that it was essentially $15 million a year, and you had to bump your way up by selling subscriptions. I told you they could not get a grant of rights done on that. I straight up told you that.
Yeah.
And you can tell me I'm taking a victory lap now, but it is what it is, bro. I am telling you now. I was right about Utah the entire time. They operated with integrity and ethics, and they did exactly what they had to do.
Well, and they garnered the respect of Brett Yormark.
That's exactly right.
I mean, let's get to the point with, hey, they did what they had to do. They did it the right way, but more importantly, they did what they had to do to secure their ticket. And that, I think, is, I love this sort of, this update on, hey, they've taken control. Because this morning, remember the story my guy here was telling you guys this, earlier in the show about, hey, we were playing around a golf, and my guy's phone over here is blowing up, and Thamel happened, and Gonzano was making an idiot of himself, and all this stuff was happening. And all I was thinking about is, dude, like, it does kind of feel like Utah is just a passenger on the ship here. Like, they're not in control. And now I love what I'm hearing. Hey, dude, we did it the right way. We did it ethically. We did it soundly. And we did it in a way that garnered respect of the place we want to call home, which is the Big 12. And, by the way, God bless America. We get the Holy War back. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is the last football season without the Holy War. Hallelujah. Because I'm telling you, for those of you who don't live in the state of Utah, the Holy War is one of the best rivalries you've ever seen. And if you've never been to Lavelle or Rice Eccles for a Holy War game, dude, it's outstanding.
It's phenomenal.
Outstanding. So,
by the way, we're kind of out on a limb on this one because I don't see anybody else reporting that Utah's getting in. So thank you for calling us. Although Pete Thamel is tweeting that Utah and Arizona State have ramped up talks with the Big 12. That was 2 hours ago. But I do not see anybody else that's reporting this. So we may have the exclusive again, which just continues to be a trend on this show. Mm-hmm. And I'm fine being a bird out on a limb. I would be stunned.
Yeah.
If Utah does not end it, because that source is not far from the top of the totem pole at Arizona or at Utah. And I continue to get text messages.
Oh, please. That's what the show is today.
Arizona State is not, by one source of mine in the TV industry, Arizona State does not currently have an invitation to the Big 12.
Telling you.
So.
Dude, I'm telling, quite literally, we just talked about this, bro. Not to get too fired up, but we just talked about this 20 minutes ago, dog.
No way.
We just talked about Oregon State is much more attractive right now than Arizona State.
Do you really think?
Yes.
Do you really think Oregon State could be in play here?
Yes, I do.
Who are the other options?
Well, I think, okay, Gonzaga is not in this conversation because they're basketball only. I've always said this, coined the term, they're a cherry on top addition to the Big 12. That's what they are.
Yeah.
So for me, Gonzaga's not in this conversation right now because they're in a different situation.
Yeah.
To me, if I'm Brett Yormark, I'm not looking at Tulane and SMU and all these subpar brands. I'm looking at Oregon State in the Pacific time zone or UConn. And I'm comparing those two with Arizona State. And for me, the choice is clear. Right? You can sign up for UConn. You can do that. That would work out okay. Like, it wouldn't be terrible, but it wouldn't be great in my opinion. You're adding UConn because they are a tournament team year in and year out.
That's
and
it.
You can rely on that. Now, the football program, I don't know what the answer is to that because I don't know, as you've said a million times in the last 2 weeks, why would the other members, including the 4 you just added before Utah and Arizona and Colorado, right? Why would anybody in this conference want to subsidize that football program in the stadium situation? I don't know either. So to me, the most straightforward addition is Oregon State because you look at Oregon State, you've got Reeser, you've got a 10-win football program that plays in Reeser, you've got a basketball program that is turning up, right, improving. So they're a valuable thing. I also think a dark horse in the conversation, dude, and I'm a little hesitant on it, but a dark horse in this conversation still to me remains Stanford. I don't know if you're Brett Yormark, do you look at Stanford and you say, yeah, your athletic program's really good in non-revenue generating sports. You're terrible in basketball and football. Non-revenue generating sports, though, You're pretty good. You would help us in scheduling. And then ultimately, we're picking you up because the Big 12 is no secret. You are not a good educational conference, right? The Pac-12's calling card has always been, we are top of the mountain in education. We're the best of the P5 in education. Stanford's number 3 in the world. Cal's right behind them. Like superpower in education. But athletically, at those two universities, you've struggled. So if you're Brett Yormark, and we're talking about possible additions outside of ASU, I don't know. I think Stanford deserves some credence, man. I think Stanford, if you look at it, could be valuable because the Big 12 is not strong academically. So for me, I don't know. I think Oregon State's in the driver's seat. I think I think UConn and Stanford would be other options. And then I think Gonzaga is on the outside looking in. We're also, my guy over here is on the phone talking to somebody. We're getting information as it happens. So forgive me for being isolated here. But I do think this whole conversation is just crazy because, like I said, I don't know, an hour ago, Brett Yormark's an operator. Brett Yormark understands, hey, dude, we can't just add schools and programs because they're available. We have to add schools and programs that A, want to be here, B, are valuable additions in the 3 categories, in my opinion, that matter the most. Obviously education, but basketball and football. It's cool if the rest of your athletic department is run well. That's great. But I think that you have to be, and the word I always use is relevant in basketball and football. So what do we have?
I think California is a realistic opportunity. I think Cal is in the mix to join the Big 12. I could be wrong about that. So
you think Cal, Stanford, Oregon State, and UConn?
I think UConn is absolutely an option. I think Cal's an option. I do not think Stanford's an option. I think that'd be a home run.
So
you add Stanford and Utah.
Don't think, or you do.
I'm hesitant on Stanford. I think
it's a tough call. I think because Stanford struggles so much in basketball and football, it hurts you. But
again, you and I differ on this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think Stanford is capable. The problem is it's really tough to get into Stanford. It is arguably the most difficult university west of Harvard to get into. It's harder to get into Stanford than it is Notre Dame. It's harder to get into Stanford than it is Princeton, frankly.
But does Brett Yormark care about that? Wouldn't Brett Yormark just care about... No, but seriously, wouldn't Brett Yormark just care about the fact that Stanford ups your conference's educational ranking?
No. I think that Brett Yormark wants competitive basketball and football teams. And I think that Stanford is a great ad for your conference from a prestige standpoint. They make you money. They up your academics, no doubt about that. They would absolutely offset any struggles that West Virginia has. But at the end of the day, they don't make you, in my mind, they don't make you more competitive. Does it give you the Bay Area? Yeah, but so does Cal. And Cal just hired Mark Madsen to be their basketball coach.
Mm-hmm.
And they are putting serious money into trying to win at football. And they need the money. Cal is desperate financially. Cal is in a hole. And so Brett Yormark could save money on Cal. I could absolutely see Cal being an option, and I'm told that Cal's an option. Oregon State and UConn. I have not heard one person report that Arizona State is in the conversation in the Big 12 any longer. Now, I could be wrong. I am not connected at Arizona State. I'll be honest with you. I know very few people there. And Chris Cartman, I will check him on Twitter. He is I believe he's Sun Devil Source guy. I don't know if I follow him.
Yeah, I think this is outstanding out of Utah, bro. I love that they've secured their path. I love it.
Nobody has Arizona State. I really, it'll be interesting to see who starts reporting that, Jason Scheer now has reported it. So we're not the only ones anymore. Jason Scheer has it. But Dan Wetzel, I have not seen Dan Wetzel on it. Like, it's pretty amazing to me that we are the only ones, or we're the only ones until Jason Scheer had it, that are reporting Utah. How is this such a well-kept secret? Brett McMurphy says with USC, UCLA, Oregon, and Washington to the Big Ten, ESPN will not be involved going forward with the 4 biggest brands on the West Coast.
Yeah, but
shocking.
Yeah,
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but I don't think it's some travesty. They have the SEC. They've got the Big Ten. It's
a changing of the guard in college football television. It is a changing of the guard. And I think it's very interesting to see. I think it's very interesting to see. Yeah, Legacy Story on Twitter says San Diego State checks all the boxes and would get in for $10 million.
Yeah, but I don't think Brett's looking for a budget buy.
No, I think Cal checks all the boxes. And I think Cal's the budget buy. Cal helps you academically.
Yeah.
It's a public university. They are going to be competitive in sports. They have really good football facilities. They can recruit. They give you the Bay Area. They give you the Pacific time zone. Man, I think that Cal checks all the boxes. Cal checks all the boxes.
Yeah.
And it'll be, what do you think is going to happen?
This is a philosophical conversation at this point.
Oh, certainly.
I mean, Cal doesn't beat Stanford in academics. Cal beats them in athletics.
They do.
I would say
they do.
I do think geographically speaking, Cal wins as well. Right? I think you'd rather have Berkeley than where Stanford's at. I think that yes, while Stanford's academic bar of entry is incredibly high, just about egregiously high, in my opinion, I also think that that's Stanford. It's an incredible partnership you'd be able to build if you're looking for an academic improvement. So I don't know, man. I also think this conversation also largely depends on what Big 12 presidents want, the current ones right now, the members that are in the Big 12.
You can't tell me that Arizona State's out of the mix on this. If I had to guess right now, I'm telling you right now, my gut feeling says Arizona State and Utah.
Nah.
But not one fucking person is saying Arizona State.
I'm not.
And we're the only ones saying Utah.
I'm not surprised. I would not be surprised if there's Pete Thamel.
What is
saying
Pete Thamel
Utah
saying?
and Arizona State have applied.
Let's go, motherfucker. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Monty Show wins again.
Yeah.
Again. Let's go.
Facts.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. It's crazy, bro. So Thamel is saying,
let's go.
Utah and ASU have applied for formal membership to the Big 12, and there's a call tonight with the Big 12's presidents and chancellors to discuss their membership. Arizona applied and was approved yesterday.
You guys.
So, there you go. There you go, dude. It's over.
Do I need to stand up and take a bow, or like how?
I really don't care if you think it's
how do we
stay hard?
How do we go about this?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Do you guys just want to send all the women over, or like?
Yes.
It's your boy winning again. I love it.
Let's read some comments. What are people saying, dude?
They say I'm the best.
Yeah.
Let's do it. You guys have been amazing. Let's see. There's so many. You guys, this is the most tips we've ever gotten. 513 Art Dog says, we did it, y'all. 1,000 likes. I appreciate it. Darren Jackson gives us $5. Dude.
Incredible. I mean, I don't know what else you say. I mean, I
will apologize. Usually we win by like 3 months.
Yeah. Today's only been about
15
10 minutes, you know, but like, usually it's a couple weeks, but
unbelievable.
I don't know. Oddly, I don't feel bad for the Pac-12. I don't feel bad. I'm very much in the camp that says, hey, you ran your conference into the ground. I'm not feeling bad for you. And I'm very much in the camp that says, yeah, I think Utah deserves a ton of credit. I hope Mark Harlan comes on our show because I'd love to give him credit, for helping Taylor Randall take control of the situation and punch your ticket. I really hope the story that's told when all this comes out and everyone inevitably wants to talk about what happened here, I hope the story that comes out is Taylor Randall stepped in for Michael Crow and bridged the gap. because it wouldn't surprise me if Michael Crow's incompetence prevented him from getting a deal done, and Taylor Randall stepped in and saved the day, because that's the kind of guy Taylor Randall is.
Marie Robbins gives us $5 to say, we're trying to find someone to drive Michael Crow to the train station. Please don't judge the fans alumni for this guy's actions. That's awesome. Muhammad. What's up, Muhammad? I'm the guy that did the math on the alleged Pac-12 deal. Want to see the spreadsheet? Nah, I'm good. Gary Wolf gives us $2. Michael Crow. I see what happened was.
Pardon me.
DW2CB, what's up? $2 to say Prime's coming, but he ain't winning the Big 12. Not this year, he's not.
No, he's
Rick
not.
Bonovich, recent data analytics reveal Utah will be very competitive in the new WAC. Maybe not. Papa Chris, a new member of the show.
Oh, let me pull it out here. Let's go. Let's go.
Man, it feels good to be a gangster. It feels so good to be right.
I want to thank me.
All the time.
I want to thank me for believing in me.
Dude.
I want to thank me for doing all this hard work.
Dude.
I want to thank me for having no days off. I want to thank me for never quitting. I want to thank me for always being a giver and trying to give more than I receive. I want to thank me for trying to do more right than wrong. I want to thank me for just being me at all times. Snoop Dogg, you a bad.
That's you, bro.
It is so much fun.
That's you,
us.
bro.
That's us. That's us. Not me. That's us. Gary Wolf, $5. Your mark will make the right decision. Yes, he will. Let's see. I'd love to see Oregon State instead of Arizona State.
Sorry,
Ronnie
bud.
says, yeah, sorry. Delaric, it would take a minimum of a decade to subsidize UConn to make them viable in football. That's assuming they're getting stadiums on campus. Yeah, it would. It really would. Matt Riley for $10. Would BYU have gotten an invite to the Big 12 if Utah was available or Texas, Oklahoma didn't leave? Yes, they would have. Yes, they unequivocally, not a doubt. The value proposition that BYU brings to the table, it's 1 million viewers minimum. They're great for rivalries. Their fans buy tickets. I'm just telling you, man. It's incredible. It's incredible the value they bring.
Yeah.
Tom Dean, Big 12 needs 16. Pick one, UConn, Cal, Stanford, or Oregon State. Yeah. Now it's Arizona State. Lonnie Goodman for $50. Lonnie Goodman.
Appreciate you.
Oregon State, up-and-coming football, baseball, softball, basketball. Get them, yeah. Going to the new Mountain West.
Yeah, I
with
know
the
what time
Pac-12.
it is.
Yep. I hope it's Stanford. It's not. Big, bad, brass bulls.
Bulls.
Seriously, what kind of convo do you think BY and RR had after Crow's stunt? Do you think BY just asked RR, dude, you really want Arizona State in the Big 12? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Steve McMichael. You guys remember Steve McMichael, Mongo McMichael from the Chicago Bears? He is in intensive care. He has ALS, which there's a lot of people who believe is a CTE offshoot. And he is apparently on death's doorstep. He is battling sepsis and pneumonia.
Jesus.
Yeah. Man, Steve McMichael gave his entire body for that game. Best of luck to Mongo, man. Al Batts. Jake, I do not want ASU, but the Phoenix TV market will drive the decision. Well, dude, I think that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Bobby K-Cal. Excellent coverage. Sick of Arizona, Arizona State, Utah. I think you're going to get your wish. Christopher for $10, but some respect next to Stanford's name. They beat Notre Dame last year in football and beat both Oregon and USC 2 years ago. Don't get it twisted. You can build something at Stanford. Totally agree. Totally agree. Absolutely. Kerr Thing gives us $38. Just want y'all to know your show's gone global now. Great live show. Listening from Asia. It's 5 a.m. here. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Hello
I
to the
love
Pacific
that,
Rim.
dude.
I love you guys. Barfing Chicken's a member for 4 months. Let's
Go, baby.
My guy, love you. I'm going to miss games from the bottom of the Pac-12. Seeing Arizona try to beat the record for most punts per game is exciting. On brand. My guy. Go Black, go Tigers. Arizona Board of Regents said, get on board or get out of the way, Mikey. Apparently he got on board. What choice do you have?
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to, is Brett Yormark sitting here trying to cut you a check and you're sitting here wanting to do the Apple deal? Come on.
How humiliating is it for Michael Crow to do what he did last night in the Arizona Board of Regents meeting? To show up at that grant of rights meeting this morning thinking it was going to get approved and then have Oregon pull up your skirt and show everybody what you're all about. Yeah. Like, that's embarrassing, dude. You got humiliated.
Yeah.
I don't, if they haven't fired Ray Anderson now, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know what you do at Arizona State. It's incredible. It really is. Cowboy country. Utah is a great fit for the Big 12. Great coach, great facilities. I love my trip to SLC last year, and I can't wait to go see Okie State, Utah.
Yep.
Telling you, you are unleashing a beast. A year from now,
a year from now, and I think Kyle Whittingham just got rejuvenated.
I would agree with that.
And I think you better watch out for Utah. And again, not a Utah fan. I respect Kyle Whittingham. I respect that program, respect the defense. Great. But this is a guy who knows how to win football games with a team that's not respected.
Yeah.
And you get your AD and your president saying, hey, dude, we're going to the Big 12. Can you finish strong this year? I have no doubt Kyle Whittingham will put out.
Yeah, I think you're gonna. That's a perennial powerhouse in the conference. Starter 179 for $2. The Big 12 is alive and well.
Yeah, now we got to have a conversation about where the Big 12 sits nationally, because I think you got a strong ass case now for
firing Bobby Hurley at Arizona State, who routinely turns over his roster every single season.
But I think that the Big 12 has a strong case for being the best athletic conference in the country, top to bottom.
Yes. I think the Big 12. I want to see what these four Pacific teams do for the Big 10. Because if USC, and we have no reason to believe they won't, if USC continues their dominance, if Oregon and Washington continue their path, because no matter what you think of Dan Lanning's comments, they're going to be good. I mean, I have to think the Big Ten is going to be the best football conference in the country. There's going to be years where the Big Ten is going to have 4 teams in the playoff. Can you say that about the Big 12? Well, now I think you can, because I think Utah is a college football playoff caliber program. It's not even a question. Is Arizona and Arizona State? They haven't shown to be. They haven't shown to be. Is Colorado? They haven't shown to be. But I think when you look at what this conference now offers, which is financial stability, holy cow, Justin Thomas just jarred a chip.
Huge.
Justin Thomas is making a run. He is -5 at the Wyndham. He is now in 19th place. He has to secure a top 18 finish to make the FedEx Cup playoffs. He is now in 16th place and currently inside the FedEx Cup playoffs. Good run for Justin Thomas. I think that the Big Ten has the potential now to be the best. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with the Big 12. Because does a rising tide raise all ships?
Could be.
I think it does. And we'll see. Tom Dean or Sammy Hammond, thank you for the $5 super sticker. We appreciate it. Tom Dean for $2. Wait, Pac-12 drama's over. Got to find a new hobby. Yeah. What the hell are we going to talk about?
I have no idea.
What?
There's just something called the NFL.
And can we talk football now?
Yeah, really.
Wait a minute. No, we're not going to talk.
Wait, was there a shift?
Wait, you have to take a shift?
Yeah, was there?
That was before the show.
Yeah, I mean, was there some kind of movement in the force that now we don't have to talk about the Pac-12 dying every day?
God. You guys, please hit the like button right now. There's 3,228 people. We've had 16,000 views on the show and only 1,200 likes. Please hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. We appreciate that. Holla Billy for 4 months. Can't wait to dominate the Big 12. Let's go, Utes. Telling you. Thank you, Holla Billy. Always good to see you, my guy. Sonny V, Commissioner, kill it off, and he's done.
Damn.
Is George Kliavkoff the villain of
Yes.
all villains in the Pac-12? I think
Yes.
his incompetence makes him that.
Yes.
I do. Russell for $4. Welcome to the Monty Show from Big 12 country. Appreciate you, Russell.
Boom.
Thank you. Aaron Gillespie for $20. Thank you. Louisville hired athletic department finance head from USC. They know SEC will raid the ACC to compete with Big Ten expansion. Basketball power, major league facilities, decent football, crapidemic seems a fit for Big 12 schools. Fast moves, I wonder. Because now it looks like we know Arizona, Arizona State, Utah, and Colorado in the Big 12. Oregon, Washington in the Big 10. What are you telling me the SEC is just going to chill? Are we sure about that? Are we sure about that?
Yeah, I don't think the SEC is just going to chill.
I don't know. Where does Stanford and Cal go?
The Mountain West.
I don't think so.
Dude, who else is going to pick them up? I mean,
don't
the
know.
SEC's not picking up Stanford and Cal.
I don't know, but something's got to give somewhere. Because Stanford and Cal are too good to just go to the Mountain West. I just can't believe it.
But okay, too good in what way? I mean,
All around. I know we disagree. Stanford has one of the best athletic departments in the country, and they absolutely can compete.
what makes a good athletic department?
They're sports that win.
What have they won?
Stanford football and basketball is a perennial contender, not recently, but we'll see. And I think very clearly Cal is committed. They're paying Mark Madsen an enormous amount of money.
I would agree with that. At least Cal is spending money to get better, but everybody wants to die on the hill of Stanford's being good in the past 10 years.
They have been.
But you haven't made an appearance in the college football playoff era. You haven't even come close. So at least I can say Utah lost in the Rose Bowl twice, or Oregon made the playoff the first year, or Washington, or right?
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to hate on Stanford. I agree. They have a good athletic department. They do. They're just not successful in the sports that anyone cares about. And that's harsh, but I just don't know how we get around that. I don't know how, and I know we disagree, but I just don't know how we're sitting here saying that they're too good. They're too good academically just to skip over. Okay, sure. Yes, they are incredibly strong in the classroom, no doubt. But I just think the days in the NCAA Power 5 conferences and really Power 4 conferences, the days of, yeah, dude, you guys are really good academically, but you don't do anything in athletics are over. That's over. You can't do that anymore, man. It's unacceptable. You at least have to be, get into the round of 64.
Yeah.
I
get it, dude.
Scratch into the top 25.
I get it.
At some point.
But everybody's going to have a down cycle athletically.
Wow.
Everybody. And I think Stanford's going through that. I think Stanford does not want to subsidize athletics. I would guess that they will make a significant move, and I don't know what that is. Scott Cherubino. Hope I got that right. I live in Colorado, and I'm pumped about going to Boulder, Provo, and Salt Lake City to watch West Virginia in football and basketball. Let's go Big 12. Yeah, Colorado's great. Love it there. Jae-Yang Kim from South Korea. You guys are better than ESPN. Appreciate you, South Korea. Thank you for watching the show. Appreciate you. Thanks for the tip. MJ Bissett, my dude, $1.99. Guys. SMU is coming to save the day. Oil money.
Hey,
yeah,
guys.
What
guys.
does Canzano say now?
Hey, John. Dude, where's the 70 mil?
Hey, look, SMU.
Dumbass.
John Canzano reported that SMU was going to pay $70 million.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Please.
To pay off the Comcast debt and pay their way into the conference. And, hey, by the way, they have a huge NIL, grouping of cash. Come on, man.
What are we going to do without the Pac-12? No, what is Buddy going to do without the Pac-12?
Yeah. Our entire business is not built on the Pac-12. The doctor's office.
Wow.
There you go. ASU and Arizona going to bring a lot of 12 Mexico. Huge. Yes, they are.
Think that's HIPAA?
Yeah, the Latino population is significant, it is worthy, and it is important.
Yeah.
And Brett Yormark has done a very good job. And you know what, doctor's office? I think that's a great point. Because I think the Latino community, the Mexicans are a significant population in Arizona. And I think that fandom is very important. It's very valuable.
Dude, what's the Big 12 doing? Going to Mexico, dude.
They're becoming they're becoming a North American brand.
Yeah.
That's what the Big 12 is doing. Doctor's office, great point. Appreciate the $2. William Phillips, the Arizona Board of Regents says Crow can stay in the Pac-12, but Arizona State's going to the Big 12.
Good.
Exactly. Brit 1975 gives us $2. Thank you. Cougar Tracks for $2. I hope when Witt retires at Utah, he comes to BYU. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know he can do that. He'll become an advisor, I'm sure. Daniel Dixon for $5. BYU versus Utah in the Big 12 likely be the end of season game, and I cannot wait. I am here for it. I am here for it. Coach Cox. What's up, Coach? Gives us $20. Thank you. I just wanted to say my son and I have listened all summer. We appreciate your all's professionalism and ethics. We are fam now. Welcome to the 12. Thanks, Coach.
Cock.
We appreciate you. Stop it. One time.
Stay hard.
One time. He just used the word professionalism, and you got to go straight to the his cock.
Hey, look here, man.
My bad, Coach. My bad. My bad. I might have to sit the next game out, Coach.
My God. Everybody, please make sure you hit the like button. By the way, we are at 22,195 subscribers.
Oh, dude.
Let's get to 20. We're trying to get to 25,000 subscribers before football kicks off.
Come on.
I want it.
We got
Guys,
2 weeks.
We are under 3,000 subs now from 25,000.
Yeah, what is our day for kickoff? What is is it the 26th, I think
I think it is August 26th.
I think it's August. Let me just verify real quick here. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it
August 26th, first kickoff of the season overall is Navy and Notre Dame, 12:30 on NBC.
Yep. Oh, my goodness. Don't we have to announce our winner of the BYU ticket and announce the new tickets?
Oh, yeah.
We have to announce the winner. I'm really sorry. Obviously, the Utah to the Big 12 that we broke.
Damn, I am tripping.
By the way, when they say, hey, who broke that story?
You tell him, bro. You tell him.
The Monty Show.
You tell him.
Hey, Monty.
That's every day.
BYU versus Cincinnati, 9/29, September 29th, 8:15 Mountain Time on ESPN.
And I have to say, I take great pride in who won these tickets, bro. I am happy about this.
Great pride. Look at what this dude did to win these tickets. Hello, Matthew Hart, who went to Super Chicks in Ogden on Riverdale Road and spelled out BYU 31, Cincy 17 in French fries. Matthew Hart, you are the winner of our first ticket giveaway on the show. Matthew, you'll be going to see BYU and Cincinnati in their BYU's first ever game.
Let's go.
At LaVelle Edwards Stadium as a member of the Big 12. You are going to be there to see BYU versus Cincinnati. Matthew, dude, you're a pimp. Thank you. Thank you to everybody who went to Super Chicks. Thank you to everybody who always goes to patronize our friends at Bucked Up Energy. Thank you so much. Supporting our sponsors really is supporting the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate it. Now, having said that.
Now, our program is small, but there's a lot of potential to go to big Texas football games.
We have secured tickets. Let me get the date.
Get the date.
Let me get the date.
Don't mess it up.
Because this is a big one.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that I get the date correct.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
The date is September 23rd. It is Texas in Waco to take on Baylor.
Boom.
We got dozens of requests.
I'm for real.
To give away tickets to see Texas and Baylor in Waco. So we said, okay, cool, bro. We are going to do that. September 23rd in Waco, we are giving away tickets to see Texas versus Baylor.
Yep.
It's pretty straightforward how you guys win these tickets. If I said to you, would you pay $10 to see Texas at Baylor? You would say, yeah, of course I would. So that's what it's gonna be. Texas versus Baylor. Time of kickoff is to be determined.
Yep.
And network is to be determined, although I'm pretty sure that's going to be on ESPN.
You already know what that's going to be.
But we are giving you a pair of tickets, and all you have to do is go to trydaytrading.com/Monty, sign up for the 30-day trial membership for a $10 charitable donation. trydaytrading.com/Monty. Sign up for the 30-day trial membership. All it costs you is a $10 donation to charity. It's a tax write-off, dude.
Mm-hmm. And look, I know this is a little different, right? This isn't chicken sandos or bucked up, right? This is different, right? This is day trading. This might be uncomfortable for some of you, but we're really serious about this. Everyone always asks us, "Oh, is it real? Day trading's a scam." Like, no, dude, this is the real deal. And we have tons of listeners on this program that DM us all the time and say, "Hey, dude, thank you so much for telling me to go and try this because I tried it and I'm 10 days in and I love what they're giving me. I'm already seeing progress and I'm learning all this great new stuff with the program, and it cost me $10 to get into the program." So we're giving away these tickets not only because it's a phenomenal football game that we're looking forward to, not only because we love you people in Texas, but because we want you to go and check out this opportunity. Dude, Tri-Day Trading is legit. It is a homegrown Salt Lake City-based business in Lehigh, and it's something that can change your life. Dude, if you're tired of, "Oh, hey, rent's due, I don't know how to pay it." If you're tired of, clocking in and clocking out for some jackass of a boss that runs their athletic program into the ground, right? If you're tired of doing all that, this is for you. This is why we're doing it. Trust us, dude. Go to the link, trydaytrading.com/Monty. Get the job done.
All you have to do is sign up for the $10 30-day trial membership. At the end of that 30 days, you have no obligation to do anything, but trust me, they're going to give you their entire coaching program. They're going to teach you everything you need to know about being a day trader in that 30 days. And then you're going to make a decision. Go on, don't go on. Either way, it costs you $10. And everybody who enters the program at trydaytrading.com/Monty for $10 is automatically entered to win Baylor hosting Texas, September 23rd. A pair of tickets. And everybody in Texas, we have a massive audience in Texas, and we love every one of you. You are all hat with a lot of cattle. We love you guys.
And by the way, we also need to say, you need to screenshot that you entered the program.
Yes.
Please, you got to send us a screenshot so we know.
Tag us on Twitter or Instagram, The Monty Show. Monty, The Monty Show is me. Jake is SLC Jake. All you have to do, trydaytrading.com. We're going to pick one winner a week from today. And we will continue to pound this contest because we're going to give away tickets every week.
Yep.
Next Friday, a week from today, it's Texas at Baylor, September 23rd. Time to be determined. Network to be determined. Texas says they're winning a national championship. Will they? Is Blake shaping the dude? Will Dave Aranda ever not be awkward in interviews? Who knows? But we do know that Sark versus Aranda is happening in Waco, Texas on September 23rd. We want to send you to that game. All you have to do is go to trydaytrading.com/Monty to enter. Make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Monty program. Let's reset everything for you on the Monty Show because we have huge breaking news today. You heard it here first. We broke the story. The Utah Utes are going to the Big 12. They have officially applied for membership. There will be a conference call tomorrow. I believe it is. And there will likely be an announcement tomorrow welcoming Arizona State, who Pete Thamel at ESPN is saying it's Arizona State and Utah who have been invited to apply, which means they're getting in, and that our sources are telling us there will likely be an announcement tomorrow, and that announcement will encompass Utah, Arizona State, and Arizona joining Colorado in the Big 12, who will now be at 16 teams, joining the Big 12, who had today added Oregon and Washington. It's all but official. They will be at 18 teams. Where does realignment go from here? I don't know, but we have details abound on several fronts. Arizona State is a shocking addition at this point, and I don't know that there could have been a worse 18-hour period in Michael Crow's life, the president at Arizona State.
Seriously.
Last night at 6 o'clock Pacific time, they convened a Board of Regents meeting and immediately went to executive session. I am told in that meeting that Michael Crow, along with Bobby Robbins, made presentations. Bobby Robbins did exactly what he said he would do ethically when he agreed to become the president at Arizona, who has agreed to be governed by the Arizona Board of Regents. Their covenant includes acting in the best interest of education in the state of Arizona. That was pointed out to me multiple times.
Right.
Robert Robbins, the president of Arizona, got on that Board of Regents call and said, we're going to join the Big 12. We would like Arizona to go with us. We have informed the Big 12 that we would like Arizona State to go with us.
Yeah.
We believe it is in the best interest of everybody in the state of Arizona that Arizona and Arizona State stay together, and that's why we're doing this. Okay, great, Bobby. Thank you. Michael Crow, your turn. President at Arizona State. The floor is yours. And he went on to sputter and meander and then went completely, but in the words that were used by our sourcing, off the rails, and essentially said, I want to wait and see what the grant of rights presentation looks like tomorrow morning, which is this morning that's passed. He told the Arizona Board of Regents, I want to wait and see what the grant of rights in the Pac-12 is because I think it's viable. And there was a gasp. There was frustration. The call ended. I was in bed. I was listening to a beautiful light show outside, a thunder and lightning storm like we have not seen in some time. My room was pitch dark. I have windows all around me. I raised my blackout shade to watch the lightning storm going on outside. And then the room lit up with an LCD screen on my iPhone. And it was a source of mine at the Arizona Board of Regents, who is a professional person who I've talked to a couple of other times. And using the word exasperated and flummoxed is not something I ever thought I would say about this person. And this person went on to detail this conversation and just ranted about the frustration and said that Michael Crow was stuck in a time machine and simply was not willing to acquiesce to what everybody else's wishes were.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's his right. So what happens? They all convene a call. All 9 members remaining in the Pac-12 were on a call this morning where George Kliavkoff and his team presented the grant of rights. We know from our sources that there were only 2 yeses on that grant of rights that were going to vote yes because no vote was taken. Washington State Kurt Schultz, the chairman of the Pac-12 Board of Directors, and good old Michael Crow at Arizona State. We're going to be the only 2 to vote yes. They're laying out the revenue sharing. And this is how it was described to me.
Yeah.
They're laying out the revenue sharing. Okay, well, Oregon, those sons of bitches up north, they're going to get a lot more money than all of you. And they're laying out the revenue sharing, right? And Oregon's president's like, hey, excuse me, can I talk? Yeah, I need to let you guys know. I know this revenue sharing is great, but we're going to the Big Ten.
Pack this thing up. We're out of here.
Yeah, the moving trucks will be here next weekend. We're moving Autzen to Chicago. We're going to replace Northwestern.
Well said.
We're out of here. And Oregon and Washington made it known that they were formally applying for membership.
Can you imagine the moment
They quite literally
that they said that? Like,
were
think about
describing how Oregon was going to make more money than everybody else. And the president in Oregon, allegedly, according to our sources, interrupted that conversation and said, hey, I feel right now it's important to let you guys know. We are expecting an invite from the Big Ten, and we are going to accept that.
I'm for real.
And there was silence on the call.
Okay, so that's how it's going to be.
It was a virtual call.
Yeah.
And there was silence. The call lasted about 5 more minutes. It ended. They agreed they would talk later today.
Dude.
And now we know that Oregon and Washington are going to the Big Ten. And according to our sources, Utah and Arizona State along with Arizona and Colorado, are going to the Big 12. It's over.
Yeah, dude.
It's over.
Yeah.
Now, we've also heard that George Kliavkoff has spoken to Commissioner Navarez in the Mountain West. They have had conversations about joining forces with the remaining teams, moving over to the Mountain West. But I got to tell you, there's nobody that I've talked to who's certain that Stanford and Cal will do that.
How frustrating must it be to be George Kliavkoff getting on the phone having exactly zero leverage in any conversation?
He's an embarrassment. And it's got to be tough because Gloria Navarez on this show, and you can go back and watch the interview from a couple of months ago now, espoused her respect for George Kliavkoff. They've worked together in the past. And she likes George, I think. She has a certain respect for him. And I think it's really difficult if you're George Kliavkoff that you've been nothing short of an abject fucking failure as the commissioner of the Pac-12. There's no nice way to say it.
Yeah.
There is no nice way to say it. I think that certainly is the bulk of the news. Our sources have told us Washington and Oregon will get $40 million apiece from the Big Ten. There is a story floating that Washington has significant debt load. And as it was explained to me, Anna Marie Cosse, the president at Washington, the University of Washington, was a no this morning. She was a no. She was a no last night. She was a no this morning. The Big Ten was offering $30 million, and she was a no. And I don't know how it happened, but a source was telling me that somebody hit a switch in her mind. And they believe that it is tied to a debt load. And I have not confirmed this. I want to make this clear. But I am being told that there is a debt load that is going to fall on top of Washington in 25-26, where their debt payment is going to go up significantly. At that point, something snapped in her mind. And she recognized that staying in the Pac-12 was no longer an option. And that she had no choice. And she, to her credit, stood and fought for $40 million. And our sourcing is that the Big Ten said, okay, we'll go to $40 million. You have to take it or leave it right now. And Washington took it. Oregon had already agreed. Oregon was in no matter what.
Yeah.
And Washington took it, and here we are. But it goes to show you just how desperate the finances in the Pac-12 are.
Yeah.
You're talking about Cal that is under an enormous load of debt, really tied to their stadium renovation, which has just not been good. Memorial Stadium just has not worked. You're looking at Washington State, who essentially is bankrupt athletically. They had a staff revolt that we reported exclusively on this show that's now been really confirmed by every major media outlet. That the staff at Washington State was so frustrated with Kirk Schultz and what we were told, Pete Thamel is now tweeting, and Pete's had a terrible day, by the day.
Yeah.
But Pete Thamel at ESPN, Oregon and Washington have been officially voted into the Big Ten by the league's president. Announcement coming soon. I mean, this is remarkable. This is remarkable.
Stuart Mandel, 30 minutes ago. And
Yes.
this is quite the little detail. This is a Stuart Mandel tweet. Amazing. One of the Oregon Regents is taking this meeting from the golf course.
Is that true?
Stuart Mandel saying one of the Oregon Regents is taking the call with the Big Ten from the golf course, dude.
Dude, you can't make this stuff up.
I mean, it's incredible.
You cannot make this stuff up. It is amazing to me. Pete Thamel's a really interesting dude. So we had worked really hard on this story. I think you guys know this. Here on the Monty Show, which, by the way, as always, every single day is presented by our good friends at Papa Murphy's Pizza, the official pizza of the Monty Show. Papa Murphy's Pizza this weekend. There's never been a better time to download the Papa Murphy's app and get yourself 25% off your purchase of $25 or more at Papa Murphy's Pizza. Pete Thamel tweeted today that there is positive momentum and something to the effect of the Pac-12's working towards getting their grant of rights done. And I was like, what? I reached back out to a couple of sources because I had tweeted, the Pac-12's dead. They have 2 votes out of 9 to approve a grant of rights. And then Pete Thamel tweets, hey, there's positive momentum.
With the Pac-12 8 hours ago, the Pac-12 president meeting at the top of the hour, there's optimism about the league's grant of rights being signed. The key linchpin is Oregon. Heading into the meeting, the school is trending toward not going to the Big Ten.
Holy
Oregon
shit.
and this is the same thread, right? Same thread. Oregon are expected to stay in the Pac-12 barring an 11th hour change. That could have the power to keep the league together as Arizona has not finalized its deal with the Big 12.
What?
On top of, and this is quite rich, you might, if you want to get this, on top of, that thread is on top of his tweets 19 hours ago that say Arizona's in discussion with the Big 12 and is expected to finalize it soon.
How?
Per sources. So wait, I thought you just said Arizona's leaving and the Pac's done. But now you're saying 8 hours ago this morning that the grant of rights is being signed. That's what I'm saying. You can't do this, dude. This is a bad look. And then 21 hours ago below that, he said Arizona's in deep discussions with Big 12 about joining the league. Some finality is expected in the near future. Come on, bro. I love you, but dude.
And I like Pete Thamel a lot. He's kind of an interesting dude. We've talked a couple of times. But you can't tweet this at 7:51 this morning when everybody else, including us, and I think we're the only ones that had the vote first, and then everybody picked up that it was only Arizona State and Washington State. But he's tweeting this. This is a question I ask. How do you trust anybody anymore, including us? Mm-hmm. Because I think guys like Pete Thamel tweeting shit like that really damage us. And I can confidently say, I think we've been nails on this story for you guys.
Oregon's president, this Stuart Mandel, right now, 14 minutes ago, Oregon's president says he believes the Big Ten's half share is, quote, more generous than what they would have received in the Pac-12, and they will be full members come the Big Ten's next contract.
Wow.
So that tells you all you need to know. Again, I just want to point out, we've been on that train for 6 months. Hey, Oregon and Washington are going to the Big Ten because they are not going to get more out of the Pac-12 deal than they would in the Big Ten. And they're free agents. Again, a huge difference, and I think it needs to be pointed out. Huge difference between the ACC and the Pac-12. All the Pac-12 schools were free agents. So they can do anything they want to do. So why would you enter into a garbage Apple deal, with all due respect to Apple, when you can go to the Big Ten, get your $30 million or $40 million, and be on your way? Right? $40 million at least allows you to operate and do some things. 20, 15, that's not good enough. Not good enough, dude. Come on now.
And our sources are telling us that Oregon and Washington will get $40 million apiece.
Which I think is a perfectly fine number. That's fine.
You're coming from the Big 12. You're buying a Ferrari tomorrow with $40 million each, right?
The Pac-12 deal is just garbage, dude.
Man. All right, let's get your guys' comments.
Here's real quick. Here's the picture. Stuart Mandel now tweeting a picture of Buddy on the golf course taking the call, dude. That is a bad look. Now Nicole Auerbach is on it too.
How
Oregon Board of Trustees meeting on the golf course.
How are you taking a call with the Big Ten from the golf course?
Brutal.
And I love golf. I shot a 69 today. Pimp's going pimp. How many big putts did I make?
A lot.
And then the one that would have got me under par? Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
That sucked. Whatever. Anyway. Drew Christensen, a member for 2 months, says the Holy War is back. Indeed it is. Andrew Streeter for $5. Ute fam quickly shifting from we'd never join your poverty conference to we're going to dominate. Yay, Big 12.
It is incredible to watch, dude. Truly.
Isn't it, though? It is. It's wild. It is wild. Troy W., Mr. Gimme a Break is not the best AD in Utah. Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, you don't have to like Mark Harlan's demeanor, and a lot of people have kicked him in the balls over that tweet. Do you guys remember that, where Mark Harlan, and I think we still have it in the system.
It's up at the top of the stack.
Mark Harlan tweeted, "Gimme a break" to Dennis Dodd in March. Big 12 readies to pounce on Four Corners School as doubts creep in about Pac-12's viability. Hey, so Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah, the Four Corners, are they going? Nah, they're staying. It turns out they're not.
And it should be brought up.
And then there's also the John Kurtz street where Mark Harlan said we're not leaving. Yeah, it turns out you are.
Look, but in fairness to Mark, he did apologize.
He did.
He did apologize for those tweets, and I agree. He deserves a crow sandwich on those tweets. There's no doubt. You can't tweet like that and then think people are going to forget. No. Right? And people don't forget. And so
never do they forget.
And so yeah, sure. It's
Mr. Gimme a Break. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love you, Troy. Thanks for the $2. Ruben Reyes, a member for 4 months now. Thank you, Ruben. Will the PAC survive in name like the WAC did? LOL. Well, no. What did Britt say up here? Britt, 1975 for $5. Major conference dying. How about the Southwest Conference saying hello from beyond the grave?
Yeah.
Right? The good old Southwest Athletic Conference. You guys remember that? Come on, man. Come on, man. Michael Grubb says bring back the SWC. Brass Bulls. Did you miss my 2 other super chats? We probably do. We have over 300 super chats today. So I apologize, Brass Balls. You are one of my guys. You are one of my favorites. I am sorry that I missed your super chat. I apologize. I am a terrible person. I am no better.
Okay, I have some breaking news. Coach Cox has joined the Tri-Day Trading Program.
Really?
Yes.
Let's go, Coach Cox.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Let's go, baby.
Yes.
Do it.
Hell yeah, Coach Cox.
So you guys, the giveaway is, and now Brett McMurphy confirming our reports. The giveaway is Texas at Baylor, September 23rd. That's next week's ticket giveaway.
Yeah.
All you have to do is go to trydaytrading.com/Monty. Make your $10 charitable donation. It's a tax write-off. Join the 30-day trial membership. You're entered to win the tickets.
Yeah, dude.
That's all you got to do. It's pretty simple. Brass Balls, I appreciate you. Dennis Brown gives us a $10 super sticker. Country Roads gives us $10 to say, great job, Monty Show. Looking forward to Utah in the league. They can't keep the villain seat warm till Pitt comes in. Yeah, they can. Gary Wolf says, smew, smew.
Yep.
L Hall for $10. You're the best. Yeah, I am. I know.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Got my popcorn, peanut butter M&Ms, and Diet Coke with a splash of lemonade today. Can't wait for K-State to visit BYU in Utah. Lance from Tulsa, you guys absolutely nailed it. Lance, you're a stud.
Stud.
Appreciate you, Lance. Thank you. The Mike Leach Meteorological Society.
Yeah! What a day. Holy... Bro,
2 days in a row.
Should we just turn the show off now that you were able? So let me get this right. I just want to recap today, because today's truly been an awesome day, and we haven't even figured out what we're having for dinner yet, right? So we go out. What'd you 69 this
69.
morning? So 69, right? I shot a 79, right? Pretty good for me. Really good for him. So not only did we do well on the golf course, not only did we nail college football realignment to a T today, now you've rolled out on the program and given tickets away to Texas going to Baylor, and then you were able to say meteorological with no trips. Unreal.
2 days,
I mean, just
2 days, not once, twice.
it's incredible, dude. I don't even know how we can I just don't know how we can continue.
The MLMS says, welcome to the Big 12 future unconfirmed members. Enjoy the honeymoon phase and get ready for elite intra-conference trash talk. Also, Stan won Rose in the college football playoff era, yeah? Stanford's a good program. Jake says they suck. I say they're good. Neb 11 A2-34. KMG 365 gives us $5. Could Boise State, San Diego State, Oregon State, and Washington State potentially be later adds to the Big 12?
No.
Why would you?
I think the Big 12 loves 16. As I would agree, they should be at 16. The problem with going to 18 or 20 is how do you schedule that?
Well, look, I think the outlook right now, in my opinion, in college football for these conferences is 5 years from now. You're looking at the ACC, and I don't care how bad FSU wants to break that grant of rights. You're not breaking that grant of rights. There's one way out, and it's $120 million. If they do that, great.
I'm sorry, I thought you said $120 million.
With all due respect to $34 million in whale's vagina, Buddy out here in the East Coast has to pay $120 million.
$120 million.
So if you're Tony Petitti, Brett Yormark, Mr. Sankey in the SEC, you're looking at this and you're saying, okay, right? We got to make sure we have bandwidth and availability to add teams out of the ACC when that grant of rights inevitably falls apart when it's over, because that's going to fall apart when it's over. You can bet your ass on that,
dude.
So we are moving to a big three of Power Five. We're moving to Power Three teams, right? The ACC is still alive, but that conference is going to dissolve, in my opinion, when that grant of rights is done. So why wouldn't they add San Diego State and the rest of the group? Because they're not adding G5s. They're adding P5s. That's the business.
I think if you're San Diego State, today was a very dark day in your future. Because you're not a P5 program. And today is the day that your P5 dreams died. The only way that San Diego State was ever going to be a P5 is if the Pac-12 survived, and it clearly did not. And San Diego State, you did it to yourself.
Yeah.
You did it to yourself, and I don't feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
And again, I promise you, Monday I will send another request
one
to have J.D. Wicker join this show for a real conversation about it. Because I think J.D. Wicker and Adela Della Torre have a lot of explaining to do, and nobody will ask them to account for themselves.
Well, nobody will ask, and they don't want to answer. They're respectfully. And again, it is respectfully, they're flying under the radar. Notice you haven't heard word one from San Diego State.
And I don't generally talk about our sources at all, but we have had people from almost every university in the Pac-12 call us. We have had people from boards of regents, and almost all of them say, because you guys have done a good job with this story, I'm calling you to say XYZ. Do you understand that San Diego State has roundly said, no, never. We're not coming on the show. No, no, no. Hey, you guys are here for the softball super regional. Can we get 5 minutes? Just a conversation off the record? No. San Diego State doesn't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. And I understand it. You're embarrassed. You humiliated yourself. But, bro, you did this to yourself. You did this to yourself.
Yeah.
And you are going to have to find a way to fix it.
Yeah.
Because I don't see San Diego State getting into a P5.
Yeah.
Because who's that P5 now? The Pac-12 is dead, dude. It's over in the Pac-12. It's over. You've lost Arizona State, Utah, Colorado, Oregon, and Washington. You've got 3 members left in the conference. Now what? Now what? Yeah, I mean, because I don't view Stanford. I just don't know what Stanford does. But you've got Oregon State, Washington State, and Cal just sitting here now. Now what? Now what? You're not a conference anymore. And in my opinion, you add those 3 teams, and hell, throw in Stanford. You add those 4 teams to the Mountain West, you're not a P5 conference. You're just not.
You're the best G5.
You are by far the best G5. But this goes back to who's paying for all of this.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, grant of rights are going away.
They have to.
They're going away. Lobo Blast 1. Cal and Stanford can't survive Indy long term. No, they can't. In an expanded 12-team college football playoff era, only Notre Dame plus service academies. It's Mountain West. Yeah, I agree. The scheduling thing, because now that you're going to have 18 and 16-team conferences, you're going to have to play 10 conference games.
Yes.
There's no getting around that anymore.
Yep.
That Nick Saban, who's a better man than you are, is exactly right. Hey, let's do it. Let's play 10 games.
Nick Saban is a better man than you are.
You're a badass. You're the best of the best. Okay, let's play 10 games.
Roll Tide.
Put it on the table and let's measure.
Yep.
10 games in the conference and a conference championship game.
Yep.
That tells me who the best is.
Yep.
So even if you're Notre Dame, and this is my conspiracy theory, you're Notre Dame, who's going to schedule Notre Dame? I don't know either. By the way, I would remind you, Stanford's on their schedule every single year.
I think that the college football playoff in the top 25 is a bit of a gimmick because what it should be is 10 conference games in every single conference.
Yes.
And the winner of those conferences comes out. And if you go down to 3 conferences, like when the ACC grant of rights blows up inevitably, when we have the Power 3, those 3 conferences will send 2 teams, right? The top 2 teams go to the playoff. That's what it should be. Because if you're going to be in a Power 5 conference, all due respect, Stanford and Cal, you need to contribute on the football field. So
you do.
That's what it should be. It shouldn't be a bunch of dudes sitting around a table voting on resumes. It should be decided on the football field.
I agree, and I just think it's very difficult. It is very difficult, in my opinion, as an independent to schedule. Tom Homo should be like the dude of the year forever.
Yep.
The dude forever. Because it's incredibly difficult to schedule as an independent. But, hey, man, Stanford, you want to do you, do you.
Yeah.
Don't say we didn't warn you. Let's see. Car Wash Channel for $2. This just in, Utah applied for Big 12 membership. Thank you. Reports say, thank you.
Do you watch? Hey.
But that was at 3:47. Guys, we have hundreds of comments, and I really appreciate everybody who's commented. We have over, frankly, we have over, I think it's 10,000 comments today. We have over 10,000 comments today.
Damn.
You guys.
Love you guys.
I really do. Please, if you're here, we've had 21,000 views on the show today. Please hit the like button. We're only at 1,400 likes. Can we get to, we've got 2,600. Can we get to 2,000 likes before the show's over? Can we do that, please? And by the way, subscriber-wise, because I see some people asking, we're at 22,238.
Wow, nice job.
So great job.
Man.
We appreciate you guys. And if you are not subscribed, please consider it. Let me run through our comments today. Rick G's a new member of the show. Ricky, good to see you. Rick's he's a
Thank you.
member of the show.
Okay, let's go.
The I playlist. Any shot Utah doesn't get voted in. Also, Shear says full share for Utah. Could that be true? Absolutely. I don't know how you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Chris Kohler, where is the Monty Show merch? I need a hat. Let's go. I need to get merch done. Somebody DM me, and I meant to get out. Yeah. We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to figure it out.
What kind of merch? Okay, you want a hat, he said. He said a hat.
Yeah, a lot of people have asked me for hoodies. Hoodies and hats are 2 big things. I will absolutely try my best to get hoodies.
Yeah.
It's just a thing, we'll get, I promise you we'll get merch. Never. Probably not. But we're going to make it happen.
Well, it'll wind up, I'll be honest with you guys.
It's not easy for us to do it.
It's not easy to do. It's kind of a pain in our ass. The problem is that without setting up like a merch store and having a whole like logistic thing behind it, like it ends up just being merch drops, which ultimately winds up being us packaging it all and sending it to you. It's a lot of time
arduous
inside of a day where we're already kind of packed through the gills. So we will try to get merch done.
And it's expensive to have somebody else do it. So
yeah,
we will try. A lot of people have asked us for sweatshirts, and we are working on it. I promise you. Mark Berman gives us $5. Stanford and Cal to the ACC as football-only members. Is this possible?
I just don't know why you would. And by the way, I think you'd have to get stipend for travel, dude.
You would.
Like, that's so much.
They could each play 7 ACC games plus Notre Dame annually. You could, but I just think it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Well done over the past year, guys. Never felt better as a Duck fan to have switched to your show over Canzano. Thank you, Roger.
Oh, I appreciate you, dude. That's
a
man.
huge shout out.
Thank
Look
you.
at all the new members. Ken Maynor, a new member. Thank you. ECU Pirates.
Let's go.
Raptor 88, a new member of the show. Thank you. Zesty's Retro and Games. Thanks, guys. How about Kansas versus Arizona basketball?
My word,
Let's go.
Dude. My word.
Can you imagine?
Let's
Can you
go.
imagine? Oh, man. Tucson and Lawrence. Let's go. Rick G for $2. Thank you very much, sir. The I playlist, it's done. The Monty Show is the show. Great work and congrats, guys. Full pullout.
Hiscock.
I am not
Full
proud.
Pull out.
I am not proud. I am not proud to say that we did have that conversation yesterday.
Ain't no reset.
You know. Rick G, which is a better football conference now, the Big 12 or the ACC? Oh, come on.
Oh, the Big 12. I don't even
Big
think
12.
it's all that close.
The
dude.
Big 12. Jim
Yeah.
Tudor, since he got left out last time, glad we got in 23. Me too.
You're damn right.
I think the Big 12, the 4 new additions,
On to Cincinnati.
in addition to the 4 new additions,
On to Cincinnati.
spectacular.
yeah.
Spectacular. Hero 75 for $5. Must have missed my chat. I would pay for a recording to watch everyone's reaction when Crow started talking and Oregon interrupted the meeting.
Dude.
Can you imagine that?
I still find myself thinking about, dude, like they're going over the projected revenue disbursements to the schools, and Oregon, of course, is getting the biggest share, and everything's kind of going to procedure. And Oregon just rolls up and is like, hey, everybody, we're going to the Big Ten. Here's the bird. Like, it's incredible.
Dude, how crazy is the Buckeye duck picture
Oh, yeah,
now?
dude. Yep.
Like,
Brutus
that was
the
not
Buckeye called it.
coincidental.
No, it's
that
not.
was not coincidental.
Nope.
At that point, you knew. Big Bad Brass Balls for $5. Apology accepted. You're awesome. I would have just wasted $20 on something stupid. Dude, I'm really sorry. I am really sorry. My birthday is tomorrow. Just
let's
say
go.
happy birthday and I'm happy. Let's go.
Let's go. What are we apologizing for? What did I miss?
We missed his super chats earlier.
Oh, my
'Cause you
bad,
guys,
dude. Yeah,
it's
sorry, bro.
I am really sorry. You know, and I will promise you this, Big Bad Brass Balls, for your birthday, we'll give you nothing. We'll give you, I have it waiting for you, absolutely nothing.
I'm gonna do that.
Or a sweatshirt when they come out for free. We'll make it good.